Hello again. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and seeing me again. This is another one of those silent studio studies. Now, just to remind you, these are not paintings I'm doing. These are basically just warm-ups. They're quick warm-ups that you can do in your studio, and sometimes they may turn out to be a painting, but for me, getting in the studio and just warming up with a painting or doing something while another painting is drying really helps me. There's been times that I've created something that was kind of like a breakthrough, and that happened to me actually on this style of painting with the different squares. I've done several paintings like this, and it turned into a couple larger ones. So it can stimulate your brain. It can inspire you to bounce off to something else. But again, these are not meant to be paintings that are finished. They're meant to be just like little studies. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me give you a little spoiler. This takes on a huge change. I go in one direction and I'm kind of enjoying it, but then I don't. So I do a switch on this, which is what this ends up. It's actually an 11 by 15 inch paper, but it's matted to a much smaller because I like the window of where this is a very large mat. So I'll quit talking and I'll jump on into it. And it's just going to be a silent. I don't make a lot of instructions in these smaller paintings, but I do hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to pop in here and show you this painting if I had stopped right here. This was a new product for me, this Da Vinci fluid acrylic. It wasn't like the high flows with golden, which was what I thought it was going to be. It was kind of like a mix between, maybe a soft body with a little bit of water, and definitely not the high flow or the fluid. It kind of had like a milky consistency to it. So I was struggling a little bit. I could have stopped here. I looked at it and I could have stopped. But I always keep going, especially if I'm doing a study. If I was looking for a painting, I could have stopped here, studied it, decided what to do. But when I do my studies, I'm playing. I'm in the play mode. I'm pushing the envelope, so to say. So you'll see me push the envelope into something more, something different. Here's another place I could have stopped. And it's just a matter of what you're doing this for. If you're doing this for just in the exploration, trying out new products, playing type mode, a lot of times you will go further. But I wanted to stop and show you points when I'm an artist and I'm painting, points that I might stop, totally let something dry, go back and revisit, maybe go do something else, and then make a decision on what I might do. But at this point, I keep going, as you see. let me just say, around this time, many artists give up and they throw their painting away and they stop. But I feel a lot of times that if I keep pushing through on something, I'm going to learn something from the persistence of pushing through. I did learn that this Da Vinci fluid acrylic is really too light, too kind of transparent, too high flow for the coverage if I'm going to go where I'm covering up everything but the blocks. So I do go to a heavier body acrylic paint. And it all depends, waiting until everything dried was a better solution. So that's what you'll see here. So I guess if anything is to keep in mind that you could stop your painting and end up throwing it away or just liking it. Sometimes either set it to the side. Sometimes I have paintings that I have to the side for months. And then I re-look at it, revisit it. Or you can keep going. That's why I want to show these little studies, because they're not precious. They're something that you can just play with, learn from. And I end up actually liking the minimal type of way this painting turned out. So let's keep going and see what happens. So I did let it dry, and I did put a couple layers of the thicker bodied white paint, and I went and found a frame. Now this is a little covered up part of the bottom because I played with the frame or the mat, and this is what I came up with, and I like it. I can almost see this done on a larger scale. So the reason why I guess the learning takeaway of this is take time to do things in your studio where you can explore, and especially if you get a new product, learn what it's all about. And the big thing is, don't get discouraged. Just keep painting. Just keep pushing through. Do you come up with something that you really like? It's something you like. Half of you out there may say, I don't like this painting, I like the other one. Or the other half may say, well, I like the minimalistic. Or a lot of you will say, I just like color, I don't even like black and white, Cheryl. I don't like anything you do. Doesn't matter. It's the lesson of the takeaway from just exploring, taking risks, getting in there and just doing. If you never take those steps and you never go to that extent in your work, you will stand still and you won't find that there's wonderful, beautiful nuggets of elements of surprise that you find that is within you that pop out. And that's what this is all about.